Lagos, or EKO, as popularly known and called, was the one-time capital of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The city is unique in many ways, and this reflected in its historical and cultural backgrounds. Lagos, the fountain of commercial and industrial life of Nigeria, situated on 6 degrees north of the equator on the coastal plain of West Africa, sub-Saharan Africa. EKO or Lagos comprises of the island proper, Ikoyi, Etiosa, and many other areas. There is no conflicting historical claims and views as to who was the founder of Lagos than Olofin Ogunfunminire from Ile-Ife. But the school of thought contended that EKO, or Oko, as Benin called it, was founded by Oba Orobua, who was the Oba of Benin around 1550 AD. Oba Orobua, according to history, reigned for many years, fought many wars with neighboring kingdoms. History relates that each day after a war campaign, the Oba and his men returned to EKO, the camp he built around Enowa near Oju-Olobun Shrine. EKO is said to be a Benin word for camp. EKO means oko or farm, by the newly elected Oba of Lagos, called Ikonse, to his ancestors at the Enowa shrines, before the installation ceremony was said to also signify the Benin version of the history of Lagos. Olofin and his 32 children settled at Iddo, where he later divided the virgin land, including the Lagos Island proper, among his first 10 children. The early settlers of Lagos could be broken down into 6 groups. 1. The first settlers were the natives, who settled between Itoolo, Idumagbo, Lagoon area, including Isaleko and Ibutero. 2. The second settlers lived in the south of Idumota to the marina side. These areas prior to 1815 were known as Igbeti, thick bush. This name was popularly used by the Yoruba as Igbeti, meaning behind the thick bush. The place is now known as Marina. This area became populated by the liberated slaves from Sierra Leone. The areas they settled stretched from Tinumbu to the far end of Ologo area. And the people were the first to bear more of English name among the early Lagosians. Another settlement is known as Lafiaji. Then we have another important area liberated slaves from Portugal lived in the southeast of Tinumbu Square, and which extended to Bambushe, Igboshere, and to Kaolin. The territory was then known as Portuguese town. The settlements of the returnees from Portugal occur between 1854 to 1859. Another important, perhaps the last in the series of the early settlers of EKO, were people in Ekpetedo area. The Ekpetedo settlers came there between 1862 to 1868. They were the returnees from Ekpe, and notable among these returnees was Oshodi Tapa, whose real name was known as Landuji Tapa. He was the Oba Kusoko's army commander. Furthermore, the earliest settlement of Victoria Island and Etiosa areas were people who migrated from the Gold Coast, now Ghana, and Dahomey, also known today as Benin Republic, during those intertribal wars of the past centuries. Eko became a favorite place for the Portuguese merchants. The name Lagos or Lagos was given Eko by these early Portuguese traders. Lagos du Curamo, according to the full meaning, was the name given Eko because of its significance as a port of call for the slave traders who operated in Nigeria in the early 17th century. Over the years, Lagos had transformed itself into a multi-tribal and multinational center where various people have continued to live together in harmony. Indeed, Eko epitomizes an ideal and the concept of one Nigeria. The oldest part of Eko is Isaliko, an ancient area where Igaidugono, the palace of the Oba of Lagos, situates. This palace was said to have been built by the early Portuguese architects in 1704 in their quest to have the favor of the then Oba Kisemoy. The palace accommodates many ancient artifacts and ancestral shrines of the past Obas that had reigned in Lagos. TheGenesis had a brief interview with late Eleetu-Odibo of Lagos, High Chief Tajuddin Badeshiri. I met him in his palace and we spoke at length on the historical significance of Eleetu-Odibo chieftaincy in Eko, the genesis of Eleetu-Odibo, its relevance and important traditional duty in the enthronement and even the burial of any Oba of Lagos. Have an extract of what we discussed. Those are next year, not just